shy. Follow my lead if you wanna be mine. Hey now, just you and I. We could be the next Bonnie and Clyde. Hey now, don't be shy. Follow my lead if you wanna be mine. Oh, it's a time to rise up. Live the life we're proud of. Just leave me alone. I'm running the show. I'm telling you, it's my time to rise up. Live the life I'm proud of. You better go bold. I'm telling you, it's my time to rise up. Live the life I'm proud of. Hey now, don't be shy. Follow my lead if you wanna be mine. Hey now, it's you and I. We could be the next Bonnie and Clyde. Hey now, don't be shy. Follow my lead if you wanna be mine. Oh, it's a time to rise up. Live the life we're proud of.
Hello and welcome to the GoPro Recruiting Challenge Day 5. Great to see you here. Congratulations on being a part of this amazing event. If you've received some value so far, put the word value into the comments. I've been so impressed with all the breakthroughs that I'm seeing around the world. People facing their fears, stepping out of their comfort zone, getting into more activity. I think some people have more activity going on now than they've had all year. In the last 5 days, they got more going on than they had all year. And that's really fun. And I've got to also tell you, before I get into some announcements, we're going to jump right into training, is I spent some time last night, and I would recommend you do the same thing. Go into the challenge page and just watch some of the stories. The stories were spectacular. I want to congratulate you. I know many of you were very uncomfortable to tell your story, but I hope from the feedback you received from telling your story that you realized how important it is to be able to do that, to make a human connection. And even your vulnerability is fine. And you're going to learn how to refine that story, get it simple, get it basic, and be able to repeat it on demand. Anytime you're on the phone, anytime you're talking with somebody, anytime you're presenting, anytime you're training, no matter what, you're going to have the ability to be able to tell that story. So I recommend everybody go into the challenge page and just watch some of those stories. If you want to have your heart fill up, go do that. So I had a great time doing that. Let's get into some announcements because I want to jump into training. First of all, the prize claim process. Every day we give away prizes. We post the winners and we contact the winners and we post the winners inside of the challenge page. And there's a form to be able to claim the prize. No solicitation, no spamming, not a dating site. If you share the post, make sure you're not sharing it inside of our page because it doesn't make sense. But today I have a different challenge for you when it comes to qualifying for prizes. Let me just give it to you real quick. And I'll go get back to the notes in a second. Today, here's your assignment. I want you to tag 5 people. I want you to put 5 people into the comments. 5 people that should see this, should be a part of this. 5 people into the comments. That's what you have to do to be eligible for the prizes today. Put 5 people into the comments in order to be eligible for today's prizes. All right. So you got to think of 5 people, tag them, put them into the comments, and that's what's going to make you eligible for the prizes. All right. A lot of people, because all these trainers are trying to give as much value as possible, go as quickly as possible, talk as fast as possible. For my friends speaking other languages, they're going, slow down, please. A lot of people have been asking about the replay, or excuse me, not the replay, but the notes. If you'd like to get the notes for when the challenge is over, just make sure that you're registered. If you're not getting emails from us, that means you're not registered. Make sure you're registered at GoProRecruitingChallenge.com. We will send you the notes from this event for free. After the event is over, we'll send you the notes from all the presenters for free. So all you have to do is go to GoProRecruitingChallenge.com, throw that up again. Get your phone out so you can take some photos of all these different screens. GoProRecruitingChallenge.com. If you'd like to get the notes, throw that up. Throw it up anytime. Alexi, throw it up. Throw the notes up. Thank you. Take a picture of that. Screenshot of that. GoProRecruitingChallenge.com to get the notes. Also, people are asking about being able to have lifetime access to the replay. Here's how you do that. Take a picture of this. If you want to get lifetime access to this entire week. Lifetime access. Thank you. GoProRecruitingChallenge.com/lifetime-access. Take a picture of that so you make sure you get it just right. You'll be able to get lifetime access if you go to that link and sign up for that. Now, if you have questions about anything, questions about your GoPro ticket, questions about upgrades, questions about Zoom rooms, we haven't talked about that much, but questions about anything, go to support@networkmarketingpro.com and we will answer your questions. Now, back to me, guys. One thing I got to tell you, a lot of people are asking about, really? We're giving that away? Wow. That's too much. It's so much. Well, okay, well, shoot. I got to make you do some other stuff now. You can't just tag 5 people because I'm giving too much stuff away. This is a lot of stuff. No, I got it. I'm gonna make you do other stuff because this is a lot. Man, my team's just getting very generous with stuff. First of all the bonus courses that for people who have a GoPro ticket from all these different presenters and trainers that we've been laying out over the last 4 days, all of these bonus courses, you have to give us some time to deliver them. Okay? Because we're collecting them from all over the place. the notes and the bonus courses and everything else. So all of those are going to be delivered the first week of December, the first week of December. So give us a little time to be able to organize it and get it out to everybody. Okay. So here's what I'm doing for the prizes. Here's today's prizes. Throw it up. We're giving away 15 new iPhone 12s today. Apparently, my team is rich. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to hold two drawings. Okay. One, you have to tag 5 people for sure to be eligible. One, I'm going to give away 5 iPhone 12s for people who purchased a GoPro ticket prior to today. We're going to do a drawing for 5 iPhone 12s for people who purchased a GoPro ticket prior to today. And anybody who purchases a GoPro ticket today, this calendar day, I'm going to do a drawing and give away 10 iPhone 12s to that group. Anybody who gets a ticket today, and you're going to see some other reasons why you're going to get that. So tag 5 people, right? You got to be watching, number one. You got to tag 5 people, number 2. And we're going to do a drawing. 5 people from prior and 10 people from today are going to get a free iPhone 12. Pretty cool, huh? I don't even have an iPhone 12 yet. What the heck, man? So maybe I can be in the drawing. What do you think? Can I be in the drawing? All right. Okay. So here's the thing. Social media is a huge part of our life and our business today. Massive, incredible, unbelievable. And it is allowing us, and I think the COVID pandemic has forced a bunch of people to learn some new stuff. People have been real face-to-face, belly-to-belly. They've had to learn how to use Zoom. They've had to learn how to use Messenger, and they've had to learn how to use Skype, and they've had to learn how to use Facebook and TikTok and Instagram and all these different things in order to be able to reach more people effectively while they're working from home. So social media is a big thing. And I wanted to highlight one of the courses that you will get for free when you register for GoPro in December. And that is social media mastery. I just want you to know that you get this for free. This step-by-step guide show you how to integrate all of the things you need to do in social media. This is a whole bunch of video, workbooks, tutorials, the whole thing, $300 course you get for free when you buy your GoPro ticket for $297. So just for that, this pays for it in 2 seconds. Okay. You could say if you get a social media mastery ticket, you get a GoPro, a social media mastery course, you get a GoPro ticket for free. Or if you get a GoPro ticket, you get a social media mastery course for free. But either way, you get double the value on top of all the other bonuses we've talked about. So if you don't have your ticket yet, and if you'd like to be eligible for all the drawings, all the benefits, all the bonuses, go to virtualgopro.com while we're on this training. Okay? virtualgopro.com while we're on this training. I'm going to do some shout outs to people who get their tickets during the show. I'm going to shout out your name if you get tickets during the show. virtualgopro.com. You have that slide? virtualgopro.com. Make sure you go there, be eligible for the prizes, get your social media mastery course for free on top of all the other, on top of Pete's bonus, on top of Dean Graziosi's bonus, on top of the scripts from Jesse Lee, on top of what else? There's other stuff. On top of everything. The How to Recruit 20 People in 30 Days masterclass. Right? On top of 7 Skills in 7 Days course. All of these things you're going to get if you get a ticket. So I hope I get to shout out your name that you got a ticket while we're doing this show, virtualgopro.com. Now, this next presenter is a dear friend, and he's really focused on helping people. And I call him a social media strategist. He's been around network marketing his whole life. And he knows all things social media. When I have a question about social media, this is the guy I call. He's been on stages in more than 30 countries, 2 best-selling books. He consults with top leaders and companies around the world, and he's going to train you. So you be ready to take your notes, get your GoPro ticket so I can give you a shout out, and you're eligible for those iPhone 12s. But be ready to take some notes, because he's going to teach you, whether you're $1 million earner or you're brand new, he's going to teach you how to effectively utilize social media to be able to grow your business and build your empire. Ladies and gentlemen, Fraser Brooks. Go ahead, Fraser.
All right. You can hear me. Guys, drop me a 1 in the comments if you can hear me loud and clear. I would appreciate that. Oh, look, you guys are bringing the energy. I need it, guys. It's 10 minutes past. I think it's 11:11 here in Dubai. So, hey, for those of you watching and tuning in around the world, whether you are watching on live or on the replay, if you are watching on the live, then you are in the right place at the right time, and you are dedicating yourself, and I'm going to be dedicating myself to you for the next however long we've got here, right? So I want to kind of talk to you a little bit about my story to begin with, why I believe social media is the place to be, and then I want to kind of give you like a social media DMO, and then put it in a place and how you can make the boring exciting, because that's what network marketing is about, guys. If you've ever got to the stage where you've been bored by doing the daily method of operation, that is a good sign that you're on the way to, that's the good sign on the way to where you're on the way to success, right? But you have to make it exciting. You have to put the fun into the fundamentals. And I hope in some way, shape or form, I'm going to be able to bring the fun for you. Now, before we start, I've got to address this little red face situation. I get a bit beetroot faced when I kind of speak still, but I went to the beach today, got a little bit burned. Probably should have put the factor 50 on, but I didn't. I went with 6, which is probably a bad idea. So anyway, please excuse that I am not blessed with fantastic skin. So my network marketing career started in 1987, but I wasn't born until 1988. So my mum and dad, I was in the room at my first ever network marketing event when my mum and dad thought that MLM stood for Make Love Monthly. I know, kind of weird, and I'm glad we call it network marketing now, right? And anyway, I grew up around the industry. Mum and dad made their millions of dollars. But when I was 18 years old, just before I was about to cut the Christmas cake, I love Christmas cake, like fruit cake, and I have it for my birthday as well. So I was about to cut the cake, and my dad calls me into his room. He sits me down in the prospects chair. Now, it's called the prospects chair because he put a set of books on the back 2 legs, so you're always leaning forward. You can never slouch in the prospects chair, right? You were always like this on the edge of your seat. He gets up the flip chart like this, he draws a circle, and he draws 8 lines drawing this compensation plan. I said, Dad, why are you drawing a spider? He had this one body with these 8 different legs. And he was like, no. Hey, this is a great opportunity where you can do it. If you've ever wondered how your mum and I have made all this money and living in this house and traveling around the world, this is how we've done it. I'm like, Dad, I'm not doing this network marketing thing. He said, why? I said, I've got 3 fears. I love you. I love what the products you're promoting. I love the industry. I love the compensation plan. I love everything about it. But I've got the fear of rejection, the fear of failure, and the fear of public. Sorry. The fear of failure, the fear of rejection, the fear of. The fear of public speaking. And I said, if I join and I don't succeed and I fail, then I've got no hope, because I know network marketing is probably the only thing that's going to be able to give me, an ordinary person, the chance of an extraordinary life. But if I'm in it and then I succeed, I know what they do to people who succeed in network marketing. They give them the microphone. I don't want the microphone. I don't want to succeed. What, are you kidding me? I don't want to make $500 a month. I don't want to make $1,000 a month because they're going to ask me for my story. No, give the microphone back. I don't want it. So I stopped. I did not join for 4 years, the most expensive 4 years of my entire life. Not because I was going out to the pub and drinking pretty much 3 or 4 nights of the week, because that money that every single year that I make now, I look back and think I'd be 4 years ahead of where I am now. It's crazy. But what my dad did, he taught me that the fortune is not in the follow-up. Get him off. The fortune is in the follow-up. Get him off. Get him off. Cut his mic. The fortune is in the follow-ups. And here's why. 3 months after I joined, my dad came to me and said the exact same presentation. The exact same presentation. I said no. 3 months later, exact same presentation. I said no. 3 months later, exact same presentation. I said no. Now I want you to imagine this. You're in a bar and females, and you don't know me and I don't know you. And I come up to you and say, hey, can I buy a drink? No. 5 minutes later, hey, can I buy a drink? No. 5 minutes later, hey, can I buy a drink? No, you're weird. 5 minutes later, hey, can I buy a drink? No, ask me one more time, and this drink is going to go on your face. My dad did that to me 16 times in 4 years, and I finally said yes. Because at the end of the day, guys, this is what you've got to know about social media, online or offline. You've got to get the right message in front of the right audience at the right time. Now, your message is the story. It's your story. Eric absolutely blew me away with the masterclass that he gave yesterday, right? That was worth its weight in gold. Oh, hang on, this was a free challenge. That was worth its weight in gold. I hope if you could give a donation, you would for that, because it was unbelievable, right? Right message is your story. Right audience are the people you're going to come in contact. And here's why my dad, he said to me, Fraser, I only followed up with you time and time and time and time again because I truly believe in what I have to offer. If I truly believe in what I have, wouldn't I be doing you a disservice by not trying to get my own son involved in what I do? You've got to have the belief. So I decided to join. My dad sat me down. He said, Fraser, I want you to write your list. For those of you who've written your list, give me like a 2 in the chat. I would really appreciate it. So I went upstairs to my bedroom, also known as my office. It was my office now. I was living at home. It was a bedroom, also known as the office. Sat on my bed, wrote my list, and there was 2 emotions that I was going through. Emotion number 1 was, I am going to make so much money from all of these people. I cannot wait to get my 80-year-old grandmother in. I cannot wait to get my boss from work involved. I cannot wait to get the postman involved. I cannot wait to get all my best mates involved, because this is amazing what I'm involved in here. I had the second emotion. What happens if my 80-year-old grandmother thinks I should just go get a real job? What happens if my best mate calls it a pyramid thing and then calls all my other best mates and says, hey, don't get involved in that thing that Fraser's involved in. Let's all say it's a pyramid thing. That'll be funny, won't it? I couldn't believe it. So I went downstairs with my list. Dad, I've got 137 names and numbers, but I'm petrified to call them. He said, go back upstairs and call 5 people, invite them to a presentation. So I went upstairs and I called person number 1, no. Number 2, no. Number 3, no. Number 4, no. Number 5, no. Went downstairs. Was about to go downstairs. Decided I'm not going to be coachable. I'm going to call them all. Called 27 people in a row. No. Now I wanted to quit. If you got 27 no's in a row and you just joined after saying no for 4 years, you'd probably be like, my dad scammed me. I'm going to quit so hard, it's going to knock him into next week. And in fact, when I do quit, he's not going to be my dad anymore. Disowned. See you, Dad. I'm going to start calling you Simon from now on. Ha! Simon says, nah, not to me, Dad. Right? So I go downstairs, just about to quit. I'm raging. The house is shaking with anger, man. I'm telling you, I wanted to quit so bad an atom was going to be created. I turned to the right. I walked to my dad's office. I put my right hand on my dad's office door, just about to open him to disown my dad and quit the industry of network marketing. And for some reason, I looked to my left and I saw this glazed door, and the kitchen was on the other side. My mum was dancing around like Ms. Doubtfire. Remember that scene on Ms. Doubtfire where she's like dancing with the Hoover, and it was amazing. And for some reason, I walked inside, and as soon as I opened the door, I heard the song that came on the radio that completely changed my life. And that song goes like this. Now, I'm from the same part of the world where John Lennon and Paul McCartney, but I haven't got the voice like that. Don't judge, please. No, there's no limit. No, there's no limit. No reach for the sky, no valley too deep, no mountain too high. No limit. And there's sirens going off in my head. There's sirens going off in my head going, hang on, the words that are coming out of that radio were what you just heard moments ago on the phone. No, 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 no. If my business has no limit, then my income has no limit. And if my income has no limit, then my freedom has no limit. And if my freedom has no limit, then my legacy has no limit. So I went upstairs and I wrote something on my piece of paper, and I want you all to write it down. Network marketing is turning strangers into friends, friends into family. Network marketing is turning strangers into friends, friends into family. And I realized that day that the money is not necessarily in your list, but it's definitely in the skills that you create from that list. So I started to realize, you know what, social media is where it's at. And these are in the days where you didn't have a Facebook Messenger. You had to write on someone's wall, right? So you go on a night out and you see this girl with the red dress, and you text your friend the next day on his wall, hey mate, did you see the girl with the red dress? For the whole world to see on the wall. It was kind of weird how it worked back then. So this is kind of what I realized, and I'm going to give you the kind of the 5 things that I believe you should do on social media. Then we're going to kind of wrap it up into a process that you can do every single day, 30 minutes to completely crush it in your network marketing business. So the first thing is content, right? The first thing is content. Now, most people think, and this is it, they're like, oh, Fraser, what's the perfect post? Like, what's the perfect post I need to make? Like, oh, like, do I do a selfie? Do I do a Facebook Live? Do I do loads of stories? Like, what's the perfect post? Everyone's looking for the right post, when in reality, you need to make the real post. People don't like people who are always right. Like, you have those friends or those family members, they're always right. They're like, oh, no, you're wrong. You're so wrong. I know everything. No, you don't invite them round to your birthday party. You don't invite them round for Christmas. But people want the real version. People want what's real. People want real leaders, not leaders that are always right. But here's the problem. We have a problem with authenticity and vulnerability. One of the biggest reasons why people don't do live video or any type of video on social media is because they are worried about what other people think about them. If you know what I'm talking about, drop me a 2 in the comments. If you're worried what other people think about you, just let me know. All right, guys, I can relate to you because I've been in that exact same situation as you have. The exact same situation. So I want to give you an assignment right now. I call them dares, right? Because I'm going to dare you to do it. If I dare you to do it, like I dare you to touch that hot plate, bang, yes. My mum used to always do it. Bring in the hot food, like, don't touch the plate, it's hot. Bang, I'm doing it, right? Used to always do it. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to post what I call a vulnerability post. This is not a Facebook Live. This is a written post where you're going to share something that's vulnerable. Now, it follows this structure, okay? 5-point structure. And I know I'm going fast and furious for you guys. I think it's one of the bonuses that I'm going to just give. I didn't mention this to Eric's team, but I'm going to type all this up as well and give to Eric's team so that he can add that onto one of the bonuses as well as something else cool as well. You have to have a first line, which is like a title, right? You have to have a first line, which is like a title, a hook, right? Dean Graziosi talked about it backstage as a hook. So you have to have that hook. So I can't believe my life used to look like this, right? I was in the trash. I was in the dump, right? I thought it was all over. Something to hook people in. If people are scrolling, why are they going to listen and watch your post? Why are they going to read your post? Why are they going to press that see more button? Top tip on the for Facebook algorithm: if someone presses a see more, your post is going to go up to the top of the of the feed, right? See more. I want to know more about blah, 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 blah. Bang. So hook. Then you're going to write a paragraph or 2 of a struggle, right? Many for years and years and years, I have been battling with this, that, whatever it might be. So you share a struggle. So you've got a hook, then a struggle, and then something that's write this line. So you've got the hook, which is the title, then a paragraph of a struggle, and then something like, then it all changed, ... right? Then it all changed, ... Then you're going to share a success, right? Then you're going to share a success, like a paragraph or 2. This can be as long as you want. Now, most people think, oh, I can't write really long. No one reads long paragraphs. The people who read the long paragraphs and engage have read the entire thing. They're hot. They are hot. And then the last sentence is the call to action, right? So hook, struggle, then it all changed, success, call to action, okay? By posting that and showing vulnerability, just watch what happens to the people, who comments and what they say. Because that is then you saying to the world, you know what, here I am. This is my vulnerabilities, I'm showing it. What's the worst that can happen after that? This is one of the greatest, single-handedly, the best posts that you can make on social media, not just for engagement, not just for reach, but also for yourself to be able to get over yourself and be able to do what's important. The Facebook Lives, the Instagram stories. Because here's the thing, no one wants to see, oh, I win. Ha, I had a rank advancement. I just got a new Ferrari, la, 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 la. No one cares about that. Because they can't relate to the wins, but they can relate to the losses. They can relate to the struggles. Oh, and hang on, if you've struggled like me, but now you're winning, tell me how you do it. Right? And no, I didn't get a new Ferrari. Just for the side note, it's not me. I was characterizing, okay? 55% of communication is physiology, right? Or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so that's it. We've got the content. The second step, and I know I move fast, guys. The second step is commenting, right? The second step is commenting. So if content is king, engagement is queen, right? If content is king, engagement is queen. So here's what most people do. They kind of get their phone and they're like, you know, they're kind of like, right, oh, I've got 3 hours to build my business before the kids come home. I'm going to smash it. Here we go. Facebook, right? Scroll. Okay. They always tell me there's a pot of gold at the bottom of the rainbow, so there must be a pot of gold at the bottom of the Facebook feed. Oh, this is it. This is the winning lottery ticket. Just keep scroll your feed. Right? There's not. There is not a pot of gold at the bottom of the Facebook feed. I'll tell you why. I've tried. It just says end of feed. I've tried. I've done it. Don't keep doing it. Oh, God, that's a cracking photo of a cat. Oh, that cat is playing the piano so well. This makes you no money. This makes you money. This, no money. That's scrolling. This, typing, texting, messaging, that makes you money, right? That makes you money. Stop scrolling your feed. So I have something that I call the toilet technique, right? The toilet technique. Now, the toilet technique is that time of the day comes, whether you're well hydrated or you just had a good meal, whatever it might be. I know you guys, a lot of you guys are in great products where you probably get in the toilet quite a lot because you've got a good digestion system. And you go into the toilet, you take your phone. Rule number one, whenever you do toilet technique, you have to have your phone with you. Now, you're not going to sit on the toilet and play Candy Crush, if that's still a thing. You're not going to sit on the toilet and you're not. You're going to sit on the toilet and you're going to find the posts. Right, let me write these down. You're going to find, this is content. And we've got comment. You're going to find the posts that come up on your feed. Don't prejudge. Don't be, oh, no, I'm not going to comment on that one. No, every single post, bang, comment on it. Now, I have something called Evo. Encouragement, value, opinion. Encouragement, value, opinion. So encouragement on a post could be, this is amazing. Fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji. I love those fire emojis. Give me some fire emoji in the comments, guys. Come on, just fire me up. Fire me up. In order for you to be big news, you need to be a wildfire, right? You're not a campfire. You stay around the campfire to catch fire, then you become a wildfire to make big news. So give me those wildfires. I love that. Oh, yes. Fire me up, baby. Fire me up. Love that. Love that. Love that. All right. So encouragement. You go, girl. I mean, I've never said you go, girl, but you get my point. You go, girl. Rocket emoji. Rocket emoji. Rocket emoji. Right? Value. If someone says, oh, I've just finished reading GoPro, value would be, oh, it's a great book. You should go read Building an Empire, right? Or building, you should do this. I see Brian on there, right? So you should do that. Give value or opinion. Someone says, hey guys, where should I go? The Maldives or Bora Bora. You're like, go Maldives, yeah. Or hey guys, should I wear the red dress or the black dress? Wear the red dress, you'll rock that. Encouragement, value, or opinion. Now, people come to me and they say like, oh, well, Fraser, like, commenting is just a waste of time. It's not. Here's why. Yes, it might not be an income producing activity, but what it's going to do is it's going to tell Facebook, Instagram, the different social media platforms, that you are an active user of social media and not a passive user of social media. Active users are the people who comment on posts, who love posts, who share posts, who watch videos and give it love hearts. Passive users are people who just watch a video and don't engage. Passive users are people who see a post, read it, and don't love it or comment on it. So I'm going to do an exercise with you right now. It'll take you about 3 seconds. Prove to me that you are an active user of social media and simply just write a comment, whatever it might be. The more meaningful, the better, but keep it quite short. Give it a love hearts, give it a share, give it a comment, because I'm telling you now, the people who get the most love are the people who give the most love. I've never met anyone who gets hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of amounts of engagements just by waiting. I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to create content. I'm not going to post on anyone else's. I'm not going to give love on anyone else's. I'm not going to share anyone else's. But yeah, no one ever does that. No one ever does it. It just doesn't work. Right. So we've created content and we're starting to comment. All right. Next step is connect. Now, I'm going to tell you an analogy here, which happens to me pretty much once every couple of weeks. Now, I believe your list of people you speak to has to keep growing. It has to. If your list is growing, your business has no limit. But if your list is dying, your business has a limit. I think of it like this: you go into the shower, right? You wake up in the morning, you finish toilet technique, you just hammered out 30 seconds on the toilet technique. Good morning. You turn the shower on, you go into the shower, and you get the shampoo. You take the lid of the shampoo, and it's a full bottle. It's a full bottle of shampoo. You turn it upside down and you're just levering up your hands and you're like, yes, full bottle. There's shampoo flying off onto the shower curtain, all down the floor, on the sides, on the tiles. And it's like, oh, yes, fill me up. Ooh, I love it. And then towards the end of the bottle, it starts shampoo bottle farting, right? Where it's like, and you've got the little bits and you're like, oh no, you're shouting out to your husband or to your wife, we need some more shampoo. You know, you're like, It's the same thing. It's the same thing when you have the list. When you write your list, when you have your 137 people on your list, when you're first contacting them, you're like, oh, right, I'm going to go smash out 50 of them today. And then when you get down to the bottom of the list and you've got 12 people left, you're contacting one at a time. Because you think, when my list finishes, it's game over. When my list finishes, I've got no one to contact. Can anyone else relate, or is it just me who hammers that? Like, literally half a bottle of shampoo, and then like I make like that amount last about 4 days, right? You've got to keep adding to your list. So what I have, backstage, Brian, love it. What I have is I have something that I call FAM, right? And by the way, if you haven't figured out, I love acronyms. I just, if someone comes at me with an acronym, I'm like, oh yeah, like stop, just everyone stop, right? So find, add, message, find, add, message, find, add, message. It's not find, add, poke. It's not find, add, wave. It's not find, add, wait for them to accept your friend request. It's not find, add, pray to Mr. and Mrs. Universe that they're going to see your friend request, watch your Facebook Live that you recently did, and then buy all your products without messaging you first. It's not. It's find, add, message. For me to prove that for you to prove to me that you understand this, complete this sentence. Find, add. You can type the next word. Oh yeah, message. Okay, great. You guys are learning. Lovely. FAM is a short word for family. Remember, network marketing is turning strangers into friends, friends into family. You find someone, you add them, you message them. Very, very, very simple. Oh, but phrases like, shouldn't we wait for them to accept our friend request? Thanks. If you're waiting for people to do different things, you are going to be waiting for your company to pay you a check as well. Oh, but phrases, isn't it weird? Isn't it a bit weird? Like, I find it really weird. Like, messaging people on social media, it's just weird. It's just really weird, isn't it? Like, you send a friend request, they think you're weird. You know that you're being weird. Like, here's the thing. Go and contact the owner of your company. Go and contact them. I mean, good luck if you're in one of the big companies. Go contact someone in your company and say, hello, do you find it weird the amount of commission that you're sending to the distributors by just building a business from home? It's weird how much money they send. Some of the presenters, if you saw the checks that they received, you'd be like, whoa, that is a weird amount of money. Choose your weird. Get a weird commission check or get out of your comfort zone to send a flipping stranger a message. And if you're still thinking, oh man, I can't get over it, it's weird. Like connecting and messaging strangers is just weird. If you're able to, go and call your dad. Or think about a time in your life or in your dad's life where he walked into a bar and he saw this absolute hottie of a woman and went, she's going to be my wife. Did he go over to her and connect with that stranger? Yes. And guess what happened? You did. Everything happens. Everything magical in this world happens when strangers meet each other. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, right? I think I mentioned 15 iPhones before. I'm like, what? Are 15 iPhones even available? Like, I mean, I don't know about here in Dubai. It's like, no. Like, I'd be buying a ticket to GoPro just to be able to get my hands on one of them. I think I already have. Right? So find, add, message, find, add, message, find, add, message. Now, here is a couple of ideas for you to be able to find, add, message people, because you're probably going to think like, I get it. Like, well, where do I find people? Right. There's a time of the year coming up real soon called Christmas. And most people, they write Christmas lists. It's the first ever goal list we write as kids, right? My dad used to always say to me, like, has anyone written a goal list? And, you know, some people wouldn't put their hands up. If you're a kid and you've written Santa Claus a Christmas list, that is a goal list, right? So I want you to write your Christmas goal list. And I want you to then check on Instagram all the items that what you've listed for. So maybe it could be a Dyson Airwrap. It could be a Chanel handbag. It could be a German Shepherd. It could be, I mean, I'm going big end. It could be a Game Boy. I don't even know if Game Boys are still going. It could be anything. Hashtag Christmas gift. Then go and find all the posts that have mentioned those hashtags. And then message that person with something like this. Hey, Mary. Hey, Bob. Hey, Sarah. Not hi, dear. Please, no hi, dears. Please, no, I noticed you're single. Like, can you get me a visa? No, hey, I'm going to send you a photo if you send me one back. Like, please don't be doing that. No Spamler Anderson. The intention has to be for the connection. Conversations come before commissions. Hey, girl. Yeah, no. All right? So, hey, Mary, I love that post you made of your new Chanel handbag. I'm looking to get one for Christmas. Would love a real review from a real person, ? So it's, hey name, why you're reaching out, ? Hey name, not hey dear. And don't write name, right? You replace name with Bob or Mary, right? So hey Bob, not hey name, hey Mary, hey Bob, why you're reaching out, ask a question, not hey, Mary, I noticed that you got a new Chanel bag, and do you know they cost a lot of money? So I just got started in a company it was founded in 1972 that has 72,000 square feet of office space in Phoenix, Arizona. Oh, it's brilliant. And they have a product that involves water from the Himalayas and gratings of the unicorn horn. Click this link to find out more, and I'll see you on the other side. Whoop. Bore off. That's not network marketing. And those people don't last the test of time. Do it the proper way. Be a pro. All right. So that's one way, okay? Another way is Facebook groups. A lot of the guys mentioned it previously. Go and find groups that you're passionate about. It can be anything. Most people think, I've got to have a passion about a product. I've got to have an interest about a product. Ooh, what can I do? Ooh. No, go and connect with people just like you. Jesse Lee talked about it the other day as well. Go and find out and figure out what are the things that you like and you love, and go and find communities that you can connect with people. And you're not going to post inside the group, hey guys, I know we all love dogs in here, but that means we're all going to love our product that involves the Himalaya water and the gratings of the unicorn horn. Click here for more. And then the anti-MLMers or the anti-network marketing groups, they're screenshotting it and they put it into their groups and they're like, look at this loser. Yeah, because you are being a loser doing that. You're giving us all a bad name. Come on, level up. Level up. Sell in the messenger, not in the public view, right? That's like you're in real estate hey, you want to buy this house? Oh, come on, wait, let's go into the high street first. Hey, can you tell everyone here in this town how much you're paying for 72 Bramble Avenue? No one's doing that. No one is doing that. All selling is done behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. Second idea for you. Woo! We've got Christmas coming up, but we've also got Black Friday, right? Who's excited about Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas, all that? I'm going to give you a real simple strategy here. Go into your friends, right? And especially your women friends, your girlfriends, right? And if anyone has engaged to Bob Jones, married to Derek Smith, in a relationship with Michael Angelo, God, that was interesting. Michelangelo, right? Go and click on that boyfriend, husband, or fiance's name. Message them saying something along these lines. Hey, Bob, I'm friends with your wife, Christine. And this Christmas season, I'm helping men buy gifts for their wife. Would you like me to send you some of the hot deals or some of the hot products this season? Right? Now, I'm going to tell you this. I'll give you that script in a sec. I'm going to tell you this as a man, and I'm speaking up for all men here, and please don't kill me, guys. But if a woman comes to me and says, hey, have you bought your wife Svetlana one of those Dyson Airwraps? And I'm like, no, what's that? She's like, oh, she would love it. I will literally go to the website straight away and buy it, because it eliminates all kind of me. Oh, I've got to go to the store on Christmas Eve and buy all my presents. Give me ideas, right? This is not you reaching out to me telling you all about products now. This is not an open invitation. But go to your friends, go and see who they're engaged with, in a relationship with, or married to, and reach out and say, hey, Bob, again, this is the script. I'll type it up for those of you who have got a ticket to GoPro. I'll get Eric's team to send you all of these scripts, right? But hey, Bob, hey, Bob, hey, Derek, hey, Michael, hey, Michael. Like, I noticed you're like, I know I'm friends with your wife, Mary. With the Christmas season coming up, I'm on a mission to help men buy great gifts for their loved ones. Would you like me to send you some stuff over? They ain't gonna tell their wife, oh, hey, Bob, do you, Christine, do you know this Bob guy? Because they sent me this really weird message. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. Right. So let me take some water. Are you guys getting value from this so far? Just let me know in the chat. You speak too fast. I know. You would hate it if I spoke the exact opposite way. Hello, everybody. Tip number 1. I'm finished. Bye. Right? I'm trying to get all these tips in here for you. Right. Communicate. So let me write it down. Communicate. I'm just going to put com. Saving valuable time. Communicate. So we've created content. We're getting more eyeballs onto our content because we're going out there and commenting other people's posts. We've become an active user. We're connecting with people to grow our friends list, right? But why do we have to add them? If you don't add them, how do you expect them to see your posts after? Like, the fortune's in the follow-up. Most people will not join the first time you speak to them. Fact. Communicate. Now, I want you to finish this sentence. If you don't ask, you don't. If you don't ask, you don't. I see you guys. The words get. If you don't ask, you don't get. So all of you out there, all of you guys out there who are just like, oh, attraction marketing. We know attraction marketing. It's all about attraction marketing. It's all about attraction marketing. We don't know. No, you don't ask people. Wait for them to come to you. The word action is in the word attraction. Action marketing is way more profitable than attraction marketing. Yes, visualize the goal and what you want, but get into action, man. Would you want to be an action taker or an action faker? Be an action faker. Action takers are money makers. Come on. Don't just pray for it to happen, because it'll take 10 times longer, right? Action marketing is going to be attraction marketing. So here are some scripts that you can ask. Now, some of you guys are going to connect, build a relationship, and then ask the question. Some of you guys are going to connect and ask the question quite quickly. As long as you don't just ask the question straight away without even getting to know someone, without even connecting with someone, please, don't give people an easy reason to block you and you go get thrown in Facebook jail. right? So here are some scripts. I'm going to read them out. Hey, Bob, just again, for those of you who got a GoPro ticket, I'm going to be sending all these scripts to you guys anyway. Hey, Bob, just curious, would you be open to checking out some more information on a game-changing way to make some money from social media? No worries if not. I just thought I would ask. Next one. Hey, Mary, I know I'm moving fast. Hey, Mary, I know this is random, but I was thinking about you earlier. Just curious, would you be open to checking out some more information on a game-changing way to make some extra income? No worries if not. I just thought I would ask. Or this one, this third one, you could say to someone who you've been maybe following, they've got some posts, they get a few likes and loves, not huge influencers, but just, a lot of engagement, basically. Hey, Sam, I just had to reach out. Love your posts on social media. Just curious, do you profit from these awesome posts? If you don't ask, you don't get. So those are the three scripts. Again, I haven't got enough time to say them again, right? So that's communicate. Then we posted. We're getting more eyeballs on our posts. We're connecting and growing our list by using find add message. We are communicating by what I call ask the question. Right? Then we need to close. Now we need to close. So it's 2001. I'm 13 years old. I'm sat on my bed and my dad comes rushing in and he says, my dad's got this thing called the Peter Pan principle, which is never act your age and never grow up. He acts like a big kid. He always says you should act your UK shoe size, which for him is 11, right? So he runs into me in my bedroom and he's like, Fraser, do you want to go watch that new Russell Crowe movie? It's called Gladiator. I said, Dad, it's a 15 rated. I'm only 13. It means you've obviously got to be 15 to watch it. He said, no, we'll be all right. What's your birthday? I said, 28th of March, 1988. He said, no. What's your birthday if you're going to be 15? I said, 28th of March, 1986. He said, say it 3 times. 28th of March, 1986. 28th of March, 1986. 28th of March, 1986. I said, okay, great. Get in the car. We'll go. So we drive. It's opening weekend of the movie Gladiator. If you've ever watched Gladiator, let me know. Just give me a 5. Just give me a 5 in the comments. Like just pow, right? Love that movie. Get in the car. We go to the cinema. We buy the tickets. No problem. We go to the guy who's tearing off the tickets. He said, hey, son, how old are you? I said, 15. And he said, well, what's your date of birth? I said, 28th of March, 1986, 28th of March, 1986, 28th of March, 1986. He looked at me and my dad was like, yeah, he always says it 3 times. It's a family thing. He's like, oh, okay. So I'm like freaking out. I'm like, oh, I can't believe it. I've made it. Oh, this is so illegal. If they catch me, like, oh, I'm going to go to prison. I'm going to serve time. Ooh. So we're sitting, middle row, middle kind of seat, bang on, like perfect seat, widescreen. It all starts. I am freaking out. I can't believe I'm watching Gladiator as a 13-year-old. Halfway through the movie, kid you not, my dad, at the top of his voice, oh my God, this guy's a network marketer. Oh, and he's freaking out. Like, Dad, shh. Like the people behind are going, shh. The people in front are like, shut up. The guy's got his torch. Like, who was that? Was that you? Was that you? Who was shouting? And my dad's like freaking out. Like, Dad, if they kick us out and they find out I'm 13 and I've got to serve time and go to jail for this. Oh, I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to disown you. So my dad's like, oh God, I can't believe it. We're driving on the way home. And my dad said, did you see that gladiator who was a network marketer? I said, Dad, what are you on about? Network marketing? I don't think network marketing was there in the 1st century. And he said, no. Did you see what he was holding? I said, no. He said he had a sword and a shield. Now, obviously, this is not a sword and a shield. This is a phone, not an iPhone 12, which you guys are going to have the chance of winning. And here's a sword. He said, the sword represents the invite. If you don't invite, you won't win the fight. I'm like, ooh, okay, I like that. He said, but when you fight with someone, what do? They fight back. So the shield represents how you handle objections. I'm like, Dad, that's really good. You should do that in your next training. And he's like, oh yeah, I am. I'm going to smash this one. So you find that message, you see if they're open. You find that message, you see if they're open. You find that message, you see if they're open. No one became a champion by not fighting. You don't run around the Colosseum like, no, go away, don't get me. Julius Caesar, please. Like, no, you don't do that. You fight with someone, they fight back. You ask the question, maybe they say yes. They watch a video, which I believe the other guys talked about in previous in previous sessions. Then they come back with the objections. Now, I want you, real quick, I want you to put what the biggest objections you get in the comments, because I want to help you handle these real quick. So I'm going to tell you, for many, many years, the top 3 from my studies were, I haven't got enough time, I haven't got enough money, and for those of you building a business, you know, it's like one of those pyramid things. But now there's a 4th one, and that's being ghosted, being ignored. Someone sees your message and they just don't reply back. Has anyone had that? Give me a yes if you've ever had that ghosted, right? Right? Guys backstage, right? Like, yeah, that's me. I had that a lot. Right? So here's the thing. Haven't got enough time. Best reply that I've used online. Now, the feel, felt, found works is just spectacular. For those of you who've used it, you'll smash it. But online, this is what I've found the best results to be. How does that make you feel? Oh, but for those who haven't got the time, how does that make you feel? No one ever answers, amazing. Oh, I've got 6 kids. I go to bed at 2 a.m. I wake up at 4 a.m. and I love it. I would love it if there was only 18 hours in each day. No one ever says that. No money. How does that make you feel? No one ever says, oh, I love having no money. In fact, money is the root of all evil. Money is the root of all evil. If the money was the root of all evil, wouldn't the devil give you a load? Think about it. Come on. Come on. 3rd one. Looks like one of those pyramid things. One of those pyramid things. Think about it, guys. Look at your Christmas tree. Take a few steps back from your Christmas tree. Your Christmas tree is a pyramid. All the gifts are at the bottom and the star's on top. Who gets to put the star on the top? You do. Of course it is. Of course it's a pyramid thing. Everything is. Have fun with it. Have fun with it, right? But the ghosting, I'm going to wrap things up here. The ghosting. This is what I recommend you do. Someone watches the video, and as Eric said yesterday, what do you say when someone watches the video? You follow up and you say, what did you like best? And the dots start dancing, right? The dots start dancing. Someone's typing, and you're like, oh, they're going to reply, they're going to reply, they're going to reply, they're going to reply. I can't wait for this, come on. And then they stop dancing. And you're like, oh, what are they going to say? Oh, I can't wait. Love, get the champagne out because we are getting a new sign-up. And nothing comes back. And then it starts dancing again. And you're like, oh, yes, this is it. And nothing comes again. So on a Monday or a Friday, call it Follow-Up Friday or Money Monday, what I want you to do is I want you to send this. I want you to send this. Now, it's a little bit direct. Hey, Mary, I noticed you saw my last message but didn't reply. Hey, Mary, I noticed you saw my last message but didn't reply. Then I want you to send a GIF. Have fun with it. Hey, Mary, I noticed you saw my last message but didn't reply. ... Funny GIF. If you don't like that one, you can use a different GIF that makes you feel sad. Lighten it up. If you could let me know either way, I would appreciate it. If you could let me know either way, I would appreciate it. Guys, put the fun into the fundamentals. Put the fun into the fundamentals. I promise you this. I promise you this. By using GIFs, we use GIFs. We use GIFs with our friends. We use GIFs with our friends and family. Remember, network marketing is turning strangers into friends, friends into family. When someone ignores you, give them a reason to want to message you back. If you follow this, if you create content, comment, connect, communicate, and close by handling objections, you will become the champion in your own fight. You'll win, you'll get your freedom, you'll gain your freedom. And real quick, as we're wrapping up, if you want like a really quick, easy way on how to be able to do this in the morning. So if you do 30 minutes of this in the morning, you'll win the morning, win the day. Win the day, win the week. Win the week, win the month. Win the month, win the quarter. Win the quarter, win the year. And if you win the year, you have a great chance of completely winning your life. So I've actually run out of time. What I am going to do is I'm going to record how you do this. And Eric, I didn't mention this to you and your team, but I'm going to record how you do that. And I'm going to throw it in as one of the bonuses, as well as Succeed with Stories, Instagram Stories training that I've got. because I genuinely want every single person to completely crush it in the network marketing business using social media. And I know that the committed people in this industry are going to do whatever it takes to get in the room, get into that virtual GoPro room, because this is going to be the event of the year. It always is. But do not regret it. You can either make the decision to go, make a decision not to go, or make the excuse why you didn't go. Decide to go pro. And I can't wait to see you there. So, Eric, I know that was fast and furious, and I can't wait to see you guys sometime real soon. Thank you.
Fraser, thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, Fraser will be one of the speakers at our virtual GoPro event. And Fraser also agreed to, put Fraser back up, please. Fraser also agreed to offer up a special course, a bonus course for anybody who gets a virtual GoPro ticket, virtualgopro.com. So Fraser, can you throw up what that course is? And Fraser, can you describe that course, please?
Yeah, so it's basically an A to Z, A to Z, depending on how you guys like to say it, of Instagram stories. So all the different features, how you can use them, examples, scripts, what to say when people reply to them. If anyone's ever wanted to use Instagram stories or Facebook stories, this is the masterclass for that. It really, really is. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend it. It would say $97 value on the screen, but it's yeah, one person recruited from it could completely change your life. So yeah, it's incredible. Obviously, I'm biased because I did it, but yeah, I feel bad for anyone who couldn't get access to that. So yeah, I'm excited for you guys. I can't believe the value. Can't believe the value of the whole thing. It's absolutely outrageous. It's absolutely outrageous.
Fraser, thank you very much. I do want to talk with everybody before I introduce you to Brian Carruthers and to Ann Fisher. Combined, they've recruited over 2,000 people. They've got over 3 million customers combined, over 740,000 distributors on their team. But if you combine them both, I mean, huge success, huge results. I want to talk to you about GoPro for just a moment, okay? December 11, 12, and 13. December 11, 12, and 13. 3 days to change your life. 9 hours of training a day for 3 consecutive days. Absolutely game changing. If you don't have a ticket, go to virtualgopro.com, get a ticket right now. Okay, get a ticket if you don't already have one. Let me tell you what you're going to learn over the course of these 3 days. One big theme is social media. We're spending an entire session, half a day, just on social media. The fastest growing people in the world using social media, what's working right now for the fastest growing organizations in the world. You're going to leave there equipped to be able to use social media to be able to grow your business. Number 2, presentation. Presentation power. Learning how to not only tell your story, but how to train, how to present, how to persuade, how to make an impact in the world. And we have some of the greatest trainers to teach you how to become a world-class communicator. And that's an advanced session, deep dive. It's going to help you, okay? Number 3, we're going to focus hard on duplication. If you don't have as much duplication in your organization as you would like to have, you're going to leave there equipped and empowered to be able to have radical duplication within your organization. So it's not just all on you, okay? Duplication is where you start to enjoy freedom, okay? Duplication's critical if you want to build a career. If you want to have a small business, yeah, you can sell some product, have some fun. But if you want to build a worldwide empire, duplication is necessary. And this is what we're going to focus on at GoPro. Number 4, leadership. How can you lead yourself? How can you lead your team? How can you identify future leaders on your team, and how can you create a leadership factory? How can you duplicate the leadership within your organization? We have some of the greatest people in the world that are going to help you to master the leadership aspect of our business. Number 5 is a personal breakthrough. We're going to help you have a breakthrough. If you struggle with confidence, you struggle with taking action, if you procrastinate, if you haven't figured out if there's this gap between what you could and should be doing and what you're actually doing, and you can't figure out how to close that gap, we're going to help you have a breakthrough to close the gap. Okay? So social media, presentation, duplication, leadership, and breakthrough with the greatest speakers in the world. And finally, you're going to leave that GoPro event with a game plan, an unstoppable game plan for 2021 to have this be the biggest breakthrough of your life, the biggest year of your life, the year that you'll look back on 20 years from now and say, no, it was 2021. That's what did it, because I got this information. Okay? So virtualgopro.com in order to be able to get it. Now, a ticket for Virtual GoPro, I just want to talk for a moment about a general admission ticket. Now, you can get VIP, super VIP, but let's talk about a general admission ticket just for a moment. A general admission ticket, $297. I want you to think about all the ways that you could spend $297. Put that down, please. All the ways that you could spend $297. And what is it going to do for you? How many movies can you take your family to if there wasn't social distancing? You know what I mean? How much are you paying for your cable a month? Or whatever it is you watch on television. What are you subscribing to? How much money are you spending for coffee? Or whatever. This is not a life-changing investment, but it's a life-changing experience. 3 days. If you're in the network marketing profession, if you're not a part of this, I think you're crazy. We're bringing the most value we could possibly bring. So let me tell you what you'll get from this. We have social media mastery. Pardon my handwriting, but that's $297 just for that course alone when you get a ticket. Number 2, 7 skills in 7 days. That's another $297 free course that you'll get with this ticket. Number 3, you get how to recruit 20 people in 30 days. Number 1 course that I've ever sold in the world. If you've gone through that course, let people know the value of it. That's $497. And somebody in the chat, do me a favor and add this all up when I'm done. We've got Pete Vargas, Communicate to Convert. That is a $497 free course. We have Dean Graziosi's Start Over Challenge with Tony Robbins, etc. That is a $197 course. And we've got Fraser's Instagram, Success with Instagram Stories course, $97. What are we talking about here? On top of some of the other scripts that you're getting, on top of everything else, somebody add that up for me. Tell me what it is. How much is it? $2,082? $2,082. Now, when we start off with this challenge, we just saying, I told you at the beginning, I wanted to make this impossible for you to say no. Impossible for you to say no. I don't know what else I got to do. Give you all this value, 3 days to change your life. in a $20 million studio with the best presenters and trainers in the world, over $2,100 worth of free stuff, whether you get a GA or above. Look, you got to go to virtualgopro.com and get a ticket. Just get a ticket. And let me shout out some people before I introduce, who am I introducing first? Brian. Before I introduce Brian, I want to shout out some people that have gotten a ticket since we started, okay? I can't do them all because there's a lot, but I just do want to shout out some of them. Iris Royal, Magdalene Gomez, Bernadette Brockman, Mariah Masoli, Shanice Sheffield, Wendy Coons, Corey Cole, Tiffany Detweiler, Sonda Del Palazzo, Sue Coleman, Sammy Price, Michelle Guanzan. I'm going to butcher these. I'm sorry. Inger Norden, Jillian Joyce, Becky Hunsicker, Sue Mogan, Christine Lunsford, Christine Handy, Rose Willis, Kristen Nice, Shannon Moss Henkel, Thomas Scheffler, Zara Groves, Michelle Novak, Mahmoud Omald, Odita Tabo Gator, Tammy Downs, Shara Langford, Barbara Tozek, Pamela Parker, Sandra Freeman, Liz Mary Alfonso, Nancy Hunter, Susan Goldsmith, Robin Jenkins, Melissa Pecci, Astrid Sinkovitz, Kelly Veres, Charlotte Barkowski. I can go on and on and on, but every single one of those people is going to have 2021 to change their life, and we're going to do it together, okay? virtualgopro.com, get your ticket. And not only that, listen, when you attend Virtual GoPro, and people will tell you, when you attend Virtual GoPro, you will leave there on fire, ready to make 2021 amazing. So that's one decision. A second decision is bring a few people with you. And if you bring a few people with you and you encourage them to get a ticket, you do it together as a small group, then you're going to leave together ready to mobilize and make 2021 amazing. But if you pull out all the stops and you make sure every single person on your team attends this event, you ensure it, you make it happen, then as a group, 2021 is going to be unbelievable. You do not want to get left behind, and you don't want your team to get left behind either. So this is going to be amazing. It's going to be spectacular. You have to be a part of it. virtualgopro.com is going to get you what you need in order to be able to do that. Make sure you do it today. We'll put you in a drawing. If you're going to do it anyway, do it today. We'll put you in a drawing for some of those free iPhone 12s. We're going to do that drawing later on today, and we'll announce the winners. Regardless, when you get a ticket, you're a winner. You're going to win. 3 days to change your life with the best in the world. It's going to be amazing. So with that, Brian Carruthers is a dear friend. He has over 1,500 personal recruits over the course of his career, over 400,000 distributors, over 2 million customers. He's going to talk about when old school meets new school, what will work for every single person out there. Brian, take it away.
Hey, thank you so much, Eric. And it's a total honor to be here, guys. First of all, I just said a brief, quiet prayer, asking God to help me to connect with your hearts while I teach your head. And so what I would ask that you guys do right now is drop a praying emoji below, that you will open up your mind to what I'm going to share, and that I have the ability to connect with each and every one of you. So please drop that emoji for me and for you right now. We really appreciate that so much, you guys. So look, I'm probably not likely going to be your favorite speaker this week. I don't have the high energy. I don't have a big personality. But what I do know is that if you will lean in with me, I will help you and I'll help your business today. So look, I needed methods that will work for me, with me or without me, right? Because look, I can't rely on a big charismatic personality because I don't have one. And I'm not ever going to get one. That's not who I am. And maybe that's not you either. See, it doesn't work. That's not most people. And I am in a most people business. Write that down. I'm in a most people business. right? So I'm not going to focus on what I'm not. I would encourage you to do the same thing. So I have a good friend of mine, Dave Savola, used to be the top earner in our company, passed away years ago. He's a dear, dear friend. And he, in a funny way on stage during his talks, he always talked about people with a negative attitude or a lame personality. He said, go get a new one. If you don't like your personality, go get a new one. Well, I've never seen anybody go get a new one. People are just going to be who they're going to be. So if you can't go get a new personality, let's find a way that will work for everybody. I'm an introvert. And frankly, when you get around me, you're going to know I'm going to validate that I'm an introverted person. I had to meet my wife on Match.com because if I saw her out and about, I would never walked up to her. I wouldn't know what to say, even though I'm a good recruiter, but nonetheless. So I'm a tactician. Okay. I'm a tactician. I like to be able to share with people what, why, and how. Here's what we do. Here's why we do it. And then here's exactly how to do that thing, whatever that thing is. So let me just do this. I'm going to do a screen share. And I need to see if I can be allowed to share the screen. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to pull it up. It's not allowing me to do that. Somebody might be able to make me a host. Perfect. Thank you. And let me go ahead and pull this up for you guys. So, guys, recruiting is a process. Recruiting is a process. It's not a one and done thing. You know, Eric talks about recruiting is a conversation. You have to find somebody, start a conversation, and keep the conversation going until they're on your team. And then once they're on your team, you have to keep the conversation going while you're helping them build the business together as partners. Yet the conversation never ends. It might go from one phase, prospecting them, to another phase, following up with them, to another phase, onboarding them, to another phase, working with them and building an empire together. Okay, so let's talk about what this actual process looks like. Now, the anatomy of the actual recruiting process, it begins with number one, it begins with finding prospects and approaching them. And the training this week has been phenomenal on how to find people on social media. And Eric talked about old school meets new school. Now, some of you guys might be kind of fearful about social media, and I would encourage you to work on getting more comfortable with it. I have in recent years, but it doesn't matter. It's online, offline. It's warm market, cold market. It's not or, it's and. Do everything. Find what you're comfortable doing and do more of that, but you have to figure out where you're going to find people and what you're going to say to approach them. Okay, is that the number one thing is prospecting. And it is a game of numbers. It's a game of numbers. Now, let me just give you a caveat to that. Just don't treat people like a number. Now, it is a game of numbers. You may not realize that. It might sound a little bit, inhuman to say, oh, just game. Look, you can't keep connecting with the same 10 people. You could be a really great connector. Oh my gosh, I love when people, I'm going to just get into their heart and I'm going to really build that rapport. Yeah, for sure. But you can't do that with the same 5 or 10 people. Okay, you'll die on the vine. So it is a game of numbers. You have to go connect. Massive connection equals massive income. You got to go through the numbers, right? And you also, of course, when you are prospecting people, you need to learn to detach emotionally from the answer, detach emotionally from the outcome. Because if you don't, it's going to wreck you. If each person that tells you no, go away, bug off, I'm not interested, take a long walk on a short pier, then guess what's going to happen? You're going to get annihilated emotionally and you're going to just drop out of the business. So at the end of the day, it's important that you know it's a game of numbers. You're just taking surveys. Hey, here's what's going on with what we do. Either are you in or you out? Interested or not? Yes or no? I just want an answer. I want them to make a well-informed, educated answer though, right? So, but also guys, I talk about, having a list and, Eric talked about preparing everybody for this particular 7-day challenge is to get your list together and start warming up your list. Well, what are the 3 things he asked everybody to do? Go in your contacts in your phone and write them down in a pad. Go on your email contacts and get all them on your physical list. And then he also said what? Download all of your Facebook friends, for example, write them all out. Write them all out. So get a list together. Now, the bigger your list, again, game of numbers, the bigger your list, here's what happens. Number one, you've got more people to talk to. Number one, that's a no-brainer. But psychologically, because you always have to be very mindful of your psyche. If you get psyched out, you're done. right? You'll just give up on the business. If you are discouraged, you're going to come across to your prospects like you're not a part of a great opportunity. You're going to come across like you're discouraged, and therefore you're going to drag your past into your future, and you're going to project that on them, and they're going to say, I don't want to get involved in the business. Doesn't even sound very, very, very good. So your posture is going to be dictated by the size of your list. If you only have the same 5 or 10 friends or family members that you're always pitching, you're going to be desperate. You're going to be always trying to convince them to get into the business. But if you've got a never-ending source of prospects, online or offline, then your posture is going to be, you've got something that they need, not that you need them. They need what you've got, not the other way around. So that's a little bit on prospecting. And Fraser just said, by the way, I also said a quick prayer at the beginning that please God, please help me follow Fraser. You know, that kind of energy is hard to follow. So he's just an amazing, amazing human being. He teaches so well. But he mentioned something, fundamentals, put the fun into fundamentals. Now I've heard people talk about the fun and fundamentals, and frankly, that's not exactly something that is used accurately. I think, you know, fun and fundamentals is not, hey, you can win a trip to go on a company incentive trip. No, that's not fun in the fundamentals. That's just fun. Okay, fun in doing the fundamentals. Can you find a way to make prospecting, the activities that you need to do in the business, find a way to make the activities fun. That's why you keep on hearing the recurring theme. What are you passionate about? What do you love to do? Go find people who have common interests in those areas. Go find them on Facebook groups, and then talk about sports cards, talk about baseball, talk about hunting, talk about fishing, talk about whatever your passion is. You're going to have fun conversing with people and creating new relationships. That's going to be the fun part, guys. So that's the fundamentals. Now, secondly, presentation. Okay. We talked about the inviting, finding prospects and inviting them to a presentation. But the presentation, guys, this is really important. Whatever you do has got to be able to scale and duplicate, right? I could slap a magnet on the side of my Bentley or the Ferrari that says, I make a lot of money, call me, I'll help you do the same thing. I probably get a bunch of phone calls. But why do I not do that? Because if I do that to them, can they do that to their prospects? Do they have a car they can slap a sticker on? No. So why would I do something that's going to teach them right out of the gate the wrong thing that's going to kill them in the business? So the tools and events, write that down, tools and events. Matter of fact, drop that in the comments, tools and events. Those are the two things I built my business on, because I knew I was 28 years old when I got started in this business with the company I'm in, and I wanted to go out and recruit people that were older than me, more successful than me, better than me. I didn't want them judging me. Now, I know we want to put our best foot forward. We want to be in the attraction business. We're in the people attraction business, yes. So we want to connect with people and so forth, but I don't want them to evaluate the business based on their respect for me or my lack of results when I first got started. So I need to make sure that I had tools and events that I could do the proper job inviting them to them using edification, and let the third-party person or the third-party tool do the presentation for me. You know why? The presentation is perfect every single time. I never had to worry if the video was going to be different each time it was played. It was always the same amazing video. If I edified the video really well, they would watch it, right? So that brings me to promoting via edification. And I would encourage you guys to write that down. Edification is one of the most important skills that you can learn in this business. Promoting events, promoting tools, promoting is the number one highest paying activity and skill, but you've got to, how do you promote? You edify, to speak well of, to build up the importance of. So I got really good at edifying a video, edifying an event, edifying a speaker, edifying a company promotion, edifying a bonus. I was just in promotional mode. Matter of fact, I've got a card here. Mike Tyson, amazing boxer, one of the best boxers of his time, of all time in the heavyweight division. See that card right there? Look who's there in that picture with Mike Tyson is Don King. Don King, guys, Don King is worth $240 million. Mike Tyson's trying to get into Hollywood and trying to do all kinds of things because he blew the money he made. He's worth a few million. Don King never took a punch. He was just a great promoter. So get really good at promoting tools and events for the presentation, third party, always, okay? Next thing, the close. And this is really important, okay? This is the anatomy. You find the prospects, you invite them to a presentation, the third party presentation is done. How do you actually, I know, I'm used to saying the word close, but it's more, starting the relationship, onboarding a new business partner, whatever, however you want to call it, right? But the close. here's what you got to do. You've got to sell the vision. They got to see the vision of your company, what the company's got. The company's got to start with why. What is the why? What is the vision of the company so they can buy into that mission? Okay. What is your vision? What are you putting together as far as a business, a team that they're going to be a part of? So sell the company vision, your vision, and also get good at selling your prospect on their vision. Now, they might not have a vision, so you need to create and paint a vision for them in 30 to 60 seconds or less. Basically, just sharing with them, hey, can you imagine a couple years down the road from now from your part-time plan B business where it's generating a few extra $1,000 in extra cash flow? How great is it going to be able to start putting your kid in that private school you just said you wanted to do? Or you want to be able to pay off that mortgage. How great is it when your mortgage is being paid by your part-time business? Paint the vision for them, okay? Number one. Number two, to close, you've got to sell urgency. You have to have urgency. Now, how do you sell urgency? Well, it might be the timing of your company within the industry. It might be a company promotion or a company bonus that's temporary. Like right now for the month of November, if you sign up now, once you go out, when you go out and faster qualify or whatever your first little rank is, you're going to get an extra bonus that they're putting out there, and make sure they understand that's temporary. So they need to act now. That's how you close with a sense of urgency. And again, also edification comes in to the close because you always want to use third party to close. Now, you might be a big recruiter and you might have a big personality, and you're just so stinking good that you can just go talk to anybody into joining your company on your own. And there are people like that. But the challenge is they're going to try to go be like you to their prospects, and they're not going to be able to close them, and they're going to wind up failing. So the key I always found is let's make sure that we are always using the system. Be system dependent, not people or personality dependency. So edification means you edify somebody else in your business, typically your upline leader. Make them feel like they've got, give them the credibility, give them the influence to be able to use that with your prospect. And when you do a three-way call, properly edified, your upline expert will be able to lead the conversation down the path to get them to decide on that phone call to go ahead and sign up. Okay. And then make sure you sign them up while you're on the phone. Don't say, hey, I'll send you the link and fill it out later on. No, you're going to lose half of them for sure. Okay. By the way, how would you guys like to have I'm going to give you a couple ideas for the close. This one, guys, I have used, probably has helped me recruit at least 1,000 of my recruits personally. And this is on page 175 in Building an Empire. There's a new edition out, so obviously it's a different page number if you already have the old version that was before. But dangling the carrot. And not everybody has a building philosophy like this, or not everybody has a comp plan that would make sense to do it. Most people do. Just want to share an idea with you, okay? So I've got my list. I've got my list, and I've got in the front of my binder, I've got all my leads, and then in the back here, I've got my hot leads. The hot leads, they've seen a presentation, they're interested in the business, and frankly, they just need to push off the fence. So I will time block a certain amount of time in a day. Maybe it's going to be 2 hours or 3 hours on a Friday or Wednesday or whatever. And I'm just going to start banging out phone calls all at one time to everybody on my hot list. And I call up Alan. Hey, Alan, hey, it's Brian Carruthers. I just wanted to give you a call because you and I chatted a few weeks ago about the opportunity with our company. And I'm telling you, huge things are happening. Matter of fact, I've got a couple people that I will be getting back with and signing up as distributors on the team tonight. Because I thought so much of you, haven't been able to get you out of my mind. I wanted to give you a call and make you a deal that there's zero chance that you'll be able to be able to pass up. A deal you couldn't refuse. If you hurry up and fill out your application right now, I'm going to go ahead and put the people I'm signing up tonight, I'm going to put them under you. That means you're going to get a chance to earn overrides and residuals on all the business they bring into the company forever. You buy your computer right now? Okay, I'm going to send you a link right now. Let me know when it's open. All right, you got it? All right, just go ahead and put your address in there. I'm going to walk them right through it. I get Alan on board. And guess what? I'm going to call the next one. I'm going to call Beth. Hey, Beth. Hey, it's Brian Carruthers. Hey, we talked a few months ago about the business project. I know it wasn't the right time for you. And maybe you might not be ready in your mind right now. But let me tell you, I got a deal there's no way you can refuse. I just got off the phone with somebody who is super excited, super sharp. He's going to explode this business and just sign him up on the team. But if you hurry up and fill out your application right now, Beth, I'm going to go ahead and put him underneath you. If you got, and I'll go ahead and do the same exact thing. Send her the link. So, and I can do that. I can call 20 or 30 people in that time block. And I typically, when I do that, I will get 2, 3, 4 people that will say, I'm in. The key here, and this is the key, the person at the bottom of that chain. Okay, if I put Alan in the business front line, I put Beth under, then Carl under, then Dave under, well, guess what? I need to make sure that in the next 24, 48 hours, I keep doing my follow-ups without any kind of sponsorship, promises. I'm going to put somebody under David so that everybody got my word delivered to them. And that's how I built synergy. I got a wave of recruits all together on a team all at one time. And look, I turn one recruit, I dangle the carrot. I got one person excited, one person signing up, and I go dangle that, and I bring a lot of other people into the business because they want to override that. Okay, that's one thing. Second thing I want to share with you guys is a closing line that works so stinking well, so well. You guys want to know my golden line that I use on every three-way call? So I'm looking at my friend here, Tony. So Tony's a prospect on the phone. He's on a three-way call. One of my team members put him on, and at the end of the conversation, okay, I gotten through what I needed to say, shared the vision and all that. And then I basically say, so Tony, did you already fill out your application, or is that what you and Bob are doing right now? Tony's gonna be like, I guess that's what we're doing now. It works almost every single time. So Tony, did you already fill out your application, or is that what you and Bob are doing right now? Oh, no, we didn't. I guess that's what we're doing now. Okay, perfect. Well, Bob's going to stay on the phone with you, and he'll get you the application. Well, he'll get it all taken care of for you. Take about 3 minutes. And by the way, write this down in your notes, guys. Speed of sign up is a key to signing somebody up. A key. If the person thinks, oh, it's going to take a long time to sign up for this thing, they're going to put it off until some point in the future because they've already watched the presentation. They've already been on a three-way call. They got a lot of stuff that's already pulling at them. They don't want to deal with it right now. But you say, hey, it'll only take about 3 minutes. Bob will help you do it right now, real quick. Boom. Speed of sign up, use that closing line, and it helps like a dream. So let me go ahead and, by the way, let me come back here. Let me give you the last thing here. And that is in the anatomy of the process, the follow-up. Okay. And I'm going to wrap up here. Keep the conversation going. Keep the conversation going until they're on your team, and then keep the conversation going. Keep listening for problems in that recruitment process. Keep on having the conversation, listen with your ears. They will share with you problems in their life that your product or your opportunity can solve. Keep sharing stories. Keep sharing stories. You know, I want to share with you all one that works so stinking well lately that our team has been using. A text message that you can send out to some of your hot prospects. This is a simple one. A new person in our business who started a few days ago invited some friends onto a Zoom webinar we hosted. 4 people joined after, and she made $540 in her first 2 days. You can do this too. Do you want to jump in part-time? Guys, if you got something like that, that's text replacement, just boom, you just shoot it out, cut and paste. I mean, you can do some serious follow-ups. But the key to follow-ups, guys, is that always be sharing stories, because facts tell, stories sell. Consistency is everything. Stay consistent. You guys saw me at GoPro a few years ago with a microwave popcorn. You can't be on and off. You can't be like hot on your recruiting trail for a couple of weeks and then just go disappear on it and come back later on. You've got to be consistent, and you got to be persistent in your follow-up. The last thing I want to share with you guys, and my time is going to be done here, is Tiger Woods. I've been watching the Masters. The Masters final round is today. Some of you guys may not even know anything about it, or maybe you are a golf fan, but you're so entrenched in your business, you forgot the Masters was on. Well, I didn't watch it live, but I saw this. Tiger Woods on hole number 12 today, a par 3. He put not 1, not 2 balls in the water, 3 balls in the water. He had the highest score on a hole in his career. He got a 10 on a par 3 on the last round. Broke my heart. I am a Tiger fan through and through. I got a ton of Tiger rookie cards because I'm a card collector. But you know what he did on the final 6 holes? Most people who don't have the mind and the heart of a champion, most of them would just fold up. They would just cave in. The last 6 holes, birdie, 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 par, birdie, birdie, 5 out of 6 birdies, guys. So you might have something that happens in your life that just devastates you. Don't let it devastate you. Every round of golf is just 18 individual games. Every day in your business, you might have a bad day today. Guess what? Tomorrow, you're going to get a birdie. Tomorrow, you're going to win. Back to you, Eric. Hope I was able to provide good value for everybody.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you very much. And Brian, before I go to Ann Fisher, first of all, everybody, name one takeaway that you got from Brian's talk, put that into the comments. What's one thing that is the most memorable that you're going to use in your future, put that into the comments. One thing. Okay. Number two, Brian, tell everybody why they should attend GoPro and what it'll do for them.
Well, I mean, I kind of feel bad that it even needs to be sold. I mean, all they needed to see is just what you just did before. If they haven't bought at that point, I just think that what probably is happening, anybody who has not bought the ticket yet, they don't believe that their network marketing business is going to deliver for them, because they're living in a land of scarcity, not abundance. They're living in a land of fear, not of success. And so if you
somebody,
really
Brian, if somebody's thinking, I don't have the extra dollars, what advice would you give them?
Like Fraser said, how does it make you feel? And I don't say that tongue in cheek. I mean, if your car broke down and you need to find $300, you're broke, and you need to find $300 to get your car to work, to get you to your car working again, so you can get to your job tomorrow. You would beg family members or friends to lend you $300 to get you to work tomorrow, to a job that might be sucking the life out of you. If you wouldn't treat this the same way, if you wouldn't go beg $300 out of a friend or family member to do this, then again, your mindset is, well, I just went through a whole 20-minute training on how to go out and recruit and build a massive business, but you'll never do any of that. You won't go learn the skills and do the activity if you don't get the mindset right first. If you have not already paid the money to go get this ticket, to project into your future that a month from now you're going to be at that GoPro event because you're already assuming that success is inevitable by attending it, then let's work on your mindset and your decision-making process today, because you know what success is? It's a decision followed by daily choices.
Yeah, I mean, I will tell you, in all honesty and candor, the way I got started in network marketing, I didn't have any money. I had nothing. I didn't have enough to pay the rent. And I humbled myself and I asked my dad for a loan. I said, Dad, would you lend me the money to be able to start this career? I'll pay you back. And I'm happy to say I've been able to pay him back many, many, many times over. On that investment, I'll never be able to pay him back on how awesome of a dad, and my mom too, how awesome of parents I have. But find somebody who believes in you. Find somebody who sees something in you, and find a way. And you'll be able, with this training that we're giving you now, you're going to be able to earn enough to be able to pay him back very quickly. But get that done. And if you're going to do it anyway, do it today, because you got a chance, a pretty good chance, of being one of the winners that gets a new iPhone 12. We're giving away 10 of those. People who just get a ticket today, 5 of people who got a ticket in the past. Going to be pretty amazing. So we're going to go to our next trainer. Ann Fisher has over 515 personal recruits, over 340,000 distributors, over 1 million customers. And if any of you have ever dealt with fear, if you've ever let fear slow you down or cause you to play smaller, Ann's going to teach you how to overcome the fear of recruiting and where to find prospects. So Ann Fisher, take it away.
All right. Oh, thank you so much, Eric, for inviting me today. Brian, you killed it. I could not take notes fast enough. My phone is blowing up with people saying, who is this guy? This is the best thing. And Fraser, oh my gosh, like I laugh, I giggle and laugh and take so much value. Like just, this has been incredible. How many of you through this whole training have found so much value? I have team members that are like, I didn't know what I didn't know. And guys, this is just the beginning. If you think this is amazing, I can't even imagine GoPro. I can't even imagine. I'm going to talk a little more about that after I share a little more about fear. I want to start with my story though, for those of you that don't know me. And I want to ask you a question. How many of you have ever found yourself in a place that you are so broken and so desperate and so rock bottom that all you can do is look up and say, like, is there any hope? Like, is anything ever going to change? I'm starting my timer because I don't want to go too long. You've ever, like, how am I going to climb out of this hole? Is anybody going to come save the day? Anybody? Somebody? Where is it? And nothing happens. And then you realize I got to dig out of the hole myself, right? That's where I found myself 6 years ago. We were coming out of a horrible bankruptcy, 5 year long bankruptcy that was just horrific. We were broke. We lost everything. We were driving a clunker with 350,000 miles that I would have to pray through to the next month, just hoping nothing happened and I wouldn't be stranded on the side of the road. No retirement, no light at the end of the tunnel. And I just thought things were bad. Like I thought that was bad. And then at the age of 40, midlife, I found out that I was expecting, unexpectedly, I was expecting. And then things got really tough. My daughter was born 3 months early. As a result, she has special needs. And so my option to get out and get a job or do anything to try to climb out of my hole was gone. I needed to be home. It was all hands on deck. And I thought, I am just so tired of this. My life was shattered. Like I look back over my 40s and I think my life was just shattered. And I was tired of being afraid of not being able to pay my bills, of what am I going to do for retirement, all the what ifs that come with being worried about your finances and everything else, right? And so I'm a praying girl. Brian, I was totally praying for you. I'm a praying girl. And in my prayers, I turned to the network marketing profession because I knew that that was something I could do from my phone, from home. I didn't have to have a big investment to get started. I didn't have to have a bunch of inventory. And I really didn't have to be a professional yet. And let's be honest. I mean, I'm going to be real honest here. I had successfully failed with 6 other network marketing companies before my journey started with the current company that I'm with. And so what shifted? What was different? I knew when I said yes to this particular company that it was go time, like rock bottom, shattered, like I have no other options. I cannot be afraid anymore. And I knew that if nothing changed, nothing would ever change. And so it was go time. And I had to start with belief because I had a lot of fear, right? I tried to analyze, why didn't I succeed before? I believe in the profession. I really do. I have friends that succeeded, that were making great money, that did well. Everywhere I looked, I could see people that were doing well. And in my mind, if I was being honest with myself, I was thinking that works for them. That doesn't work for people like me, just people like me. And the difference is fear, right? Because the number one skill you will ever develop in network marketing is recruiting, right? Your business doesn't start if you're not recruiting. Your business doesn't go anywhere if you're not recruiting, if your team is not recruiting. And so I knew I had to recruit, but I was scared. Have you ever been afraid? I want you to drop it in the comments below if you've ever been afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone and inviting people to just take a look at what you're doing. It's the number one reason we fail at network marketing, right? Network marketing doesn't fail. Network marketing isn't a broken industry. We fail because we quit. We're too afraid to just start inviting. And at the end of the day, you have to remember you are just inviting people to take a look at your product or your opportunity. That is it. And I promise you, a no will not kill you. It might sting a little bit, but it will not kill you. So I want to talk about what it takes to put aside your fear to really go after what your goals are, guys. Because remember, if you don't change something, it's never going to change. You're going to still work that 9 to 5. Life is tough. Life is hard. Network marketing can be hard. I'm not going to say you will join and tomorrow be a bazillionaire. It doesn't work that way. You work your butt off. The people that are chatting with you during this 7-day challenge work their butt off. The difference, they've heard more no's than you. They've had to overcome their fear more times than you and step out of their comfort zone and start inviting, right? And so one of the things I'm trying to keep on track here. One of the things I like to talk about is, where do you find recruits? Okay, so this is another thing. I was afraid. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have no college education. I got married right out of high school, started having babies. I have no network. I have zero. I have 200 friends between Facebook and Instagram, and that's family, and they have to be nice to me, right? So I didn't know where to look. I was afraid that I would never be able to bring enough people in to make a difference in my organization. And that's where I had to develop my belief, and I had to have confidence in what I was offering people. And it really does start there, guys. We've heard a little bit about that, but it starts in your confidence in the product and the opportunity that you're offering. If you're wavering when you're offering your opportunity to people, they know. It's like a toddler in the house when you got brownies. They know. I don't care how well you've hidden them. They know, right? So they know if you don't have that belief. If you're being apologetic in what you're offering them, guys, you have to have that confidence. I had that confidence. The difference this time around is it was backed by the desperation of I can't be afraid. I don't have time to be afraid. It is go time. So I want to talk about where we find prospects. There's 4 places where we find prospects for our network marketing business. 4 places. And if you're leaving off any of these platforms, whatever I call it, you're leaving money on the table. Like if you're not willing to stretch out of that comfort zone and start tapping into the different places that you can find people, your business is not going to get off the ground and you're leaving money on the table and somebody's going to come along behind you and scoop that money up and put it in their pocket, right? It is time for you to step up to the table and do everything you can to succeed. You have to want to succeed first. So first platform, first place, social media. It is the number 1 platform we have for finding people. Think about it. You have the world at your fingertips. You have the world at your fingertips. Okay. So there's 2 ways. We've heard a lot about setting up your social media. We heard Fraser and Jesse Lee talk about working through your social media. There's 2 ways I like to say that you actually find people and can prospect through your social media. Number 1, setting up your brand. Again, I'm not going to deep dive into that. We heard some incredible tips about that, but setting up your brand and developing who you are. And eventually, when you show up and you're consistent over time, you build those platforms, people start coming to you. Believe it or not, it's called pull marketing or attraction marketing. It's where you're putting enough out there that people want what you have. And so they're coming to you and they're saying, hey, what is this? What do I do? All of that. That doesn't happen overnight. And let me just be honest with you guys. I'm midlife. I turned 50 this year. And I did not deep dive into social media as a prospect or as a platform until just 2 or 3 years ago because I was afraid of it. I'm midlife. I am not going to strut around on the beach in a bikini and take pictures so I can get followers. Not going to happen. So that's just not for me. I made the excuse that it's just not for me, and that is bull crapperoni. It's just bull crapperoni, guys, because let me tell you what, the biggest platform and the fear of people thinking I'm stupid, the fear of people thinking, what are you doing here, old lady? You do not belong on here. And let me just tell you this, fear is a heifer. She is a hateful heifer. And she is going to cheat you out of all the good things if you don't step over that line and say, not today. Not today, heifer. Put it in the comments below. Not today, heifer. Okay, so I dove in, right? I realized how much I was missing out on by not utilizing this platform. And I didn't know what I was doing. I am so inept at technology. It's laughable how bad I am with technology. But that is not a good enough excuse to not do it. And so I dug in and I figured it out. It is all figure outable, as we've heard the last couple of days. So go to YouTube, go to the Google, anything you need to know, you can find it, right? And if I didn't know the answer, if I couldn't figure it out, I went and I watched a video, or I went to people that were doing it and said, hey, can you just give me some tips really quick? And over the last 2 or 3 years, I've built those platforms up. I have 22,000 followers on Instagram. I'm a little baby compared to a lot of you, I know. But for me, being in midlife, thinking and starting, I can't, this isn't a realm for me. I learned that I was wrong and that my fear of that was keeping me from utilizing that. Okay. So set up your platforms, no excuses. I don't care how old you are. If you find yourself in midlife, if you find yourself in your 20s and you're a mom of 5 kids and you're like, I don't even know, you have a lane in social media. You have a place. You have people that are going to be just like you. You just have to work at it and you have to find them. So number 1 way to work your social media is setting up your brand, finding your place. Number 2 is actually prospecting. So here's the cool thing. You get to pick your dream team. Think about it for just a second. Instead of just casting this wide net for anybody and everybody you can bring in, what would that look like to find the people that you jive with? Do you like to ski? Do you like to surf? Do you like to knit? Are you a tattoo artist? Do you love makeup? Like, what are your things? Go find those people, search them out with that little search bar. Go check out your hashtags every single day when you're setting up your daily method of operation and you're adding in prospecting and recruiting, make connections a part of that. You are building connections because let me tell you, I love Fraser. I don't know if you're still on, but I love it when you say, don't be a Spamela Anderson. Don't just go find great people and jump in their inbox and say, hey, do you want to join my business? You look so great. You like to do your hair. I like to do my hair. You like to do your makeup. Do you want to join my business? Do you want to be a part of my team? Like nobody's going to respond to that, right? You have to build connections. So like them, follow them, watch their stories, figure things out about them, interact with them. Over time, they're going to follow you back. They're going to follow you back and they're going to pay attention, guys. And over time, you can open that conversation to where you're just inviting them to take a look. Connections, build those connections. Add the invite later on, point them to a tool, okay? So that's social media. I know there's so much more, but I know we're on a tight time schedule here. So I want to go on to the second platform. Second platform is your hot and warm market. Okay, first and only big rule of your hot and warm market is you don't get to decide for anybody. Write that down. You do not get to make the decision for anyone. Quit being afraid to offer your product or opportunity because you're afraid they're going to say no, or you're afraid it's going to annoy them, or you're afraid you're bugging them. All right. Be unapologetic in your invitation. And when you're building that list, Eric gave us a great download to build your list from. Everybody goes on the list. It's just pretty much everybody goes on the list, right? And you don't get to decide for them. And I want to give you a really good example of why. You are not Jesus, first of all. Let me just say it again. You are not Jesus. You don't know if they just got a divorce. You don't know if they just found out they were pregnant. You don't know if they just lost their job. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know if they are praying for the opportunity that you have to offer them right now. What if you don't? And I'm going to give you an example of that. So when I first started my business, I had a girl that I was really good friends with. And by everything I saw through social media, she was really successful. She was doing really great, right? And I almost didn't invite her to take a look just because I'm like, I don't want to bug her. All that fear, that heifer rose up in front of me and I almost didn't. Okay. What I didn't know is that they were broke. 2 accounts in the negative. They were eating ramen noodles literally for the rest of the week until they got paid again. Barely had enough gas money in their or gas in their tank to get to work the rest of the week. She has gone on to be one of the top global income earners of all time with our company. What if I had made that decision for her? You can't decide for people. You just have to invite them, guys. They can say yes or no. They're big, right? They're grown. They can tell you yes or no, thank you. You just have to offer the invitation. You have to quit being afraid to invite people to take a look. And if you're not being a Pamela Anderson, right, there's no reason people should get ticked off at you. And again, I promise it's not going to hurt too bad if they say no. It might sting a little bit, but it's not going to hurt you. Okay. So everybody goes on the list and then you're just inviting them to take a look. You're pointing them to a tool, all the different steps. Okay. So third platform, I'm going to have to move really fast. Third platform, for third place we find people is face to face. This is one that makes you feel a little squeegee. This is one where people really get in their head and won't hardly do because they don't want to bug people or they don't want to look stupid, right? Anywhere you go, anything you do, there are people. They need your product and they need money. You can talk to them. The question isn't, can you find people? The question is, do you have the courage to talk to them? Okay, so one thing I love to do, if you have a product that's sampleable, keep them with you at all times. I love if I've eaten out somewhere, my waiter, waitress, hey, you did a great job today. Thank you so much. I want to leave you with this thank you gift. You're going to love it. You're going to be obsessed. And hey, are you on social media? Here's a little pro tip, little hack. I'll pull up my phone. I'll open up my Instagram. Are you on social media? Everybody's on social media. Find yourself, okay? So they'll find themselves. Now I'm going to hit the follow and I'm going to send you a quick message. Hey, Sandy, you were so awesome today. I absolutely love your face. I know you're going to be obsessed with this sample. I'm going to send you a quick video on how to use it. And then I'm going to follow up in a day or two just to find out how much you loved it. Okay, then. So now we're friends. I've made a connection so they don't forget who they are. And they have become a part of my online audience. So if I'm building that platform the right way, right? You're prospecting to them without prospecting through your brand on your social media. Okay, I love that tip. People are kind of weird these days about giving you their phone number. That works every time because if it's social media and they don't like you, they can just block you, right? So I do that every single time. Keep samples on you. Don't be afraid to talk to people. Everywhere you go, if you're traveling on an airplane, there's people next to you. If you're eating out at a restaurant, there's people there. If you're getting your hair done, if you're getting your nails done, if you're getting a massage, there's people there. You can talk to them, right? Okay, and so finally on to the fourth platform, events and networking. Now, Corona, she's a heifer too. And she has really put the bite on, she's really put the bite on being able to do networking events. If you're in an area where you're on lockdown and you can't do it, listen up, Linda. No excuses. Virtual. I think Eric has displayed to us very well how successfully you can do virtual events and networking. Hello. No excuses, guys. You can take it virtual. You can do opportunities and socials through groups on Facebook. You can start a page on Instagram and make it private, have people follow you, where you go live and you do videos that explain the opportunity, that explain your product. And then if you're able to network, do the events, get social, guys. There is no other way than in person for you to really convey the culture of your team, of your company, of you as a leader. It is such a powerful tool. So if you're leaving this platform off the table, you better think twice, guys, because it is a very powerful platform. Very powerful platform. So I know that was super quick. I have one other thing that I want to talk about really quick. So for platforms, the question again is not, can I find people to talk to? And I hear that probably more than anything as an excuse as to why it's not working for me. Like, it's just not working. I didn't have enough training. I didn't get the help, all these excuses and reasons. And it always comes down to you. Your success or failure is up to you. It is not up to your upline, your downline, your sideline, anyone. It is up to you. And your effort is going to be what makes or breaks you in the network marketing profession. So you got to get over your fear, call her a heifer, get her out of the way, get over the fear of inviting people. And remember, at the end of the day, you're just asking people to take a look. They can say yes or no. So question is, again, not where or how will I find people? The question is, are you willing to step outside of your comfort zone and offer the invitation? So I want to do something really quick. I know everybody built their list and you guys are all prepared and you're talking to people, people are recruiting. It's been amazing, but I want to challenge you with all 4 platforms that I talked about today to find 10 people from your list using each platform through social media, through your hot and warm market, through people that you've made face-to-face connections with and people that you've networked with, groups that you've joined on Facebook or Instagram, places, people that you've met. I want you to find 10 people and just offer them the opportunity to take a look at your product and your opportunity. Okay. Now I'm going to up that a little bit. And I want you to just stop for a second and think, okay, what would you do today if I said, I got $100 bill, $100 bill for every single person that you invite to take a look at your business. I don't care what the outcome is. I don't care if they sign up. I don't care if they tell you you're a blithering idiot. I don't care what the outcome is. I want you to offer the invitation, because here's the thing. Doing is learning. The more you do it, the better you'll get. This is the number one skill that you will develop in your network marketing career. And if you're not working on it, guys, your business is not flourishing like it could. Okay, so $100 bill. Every person you offer the invitation to. Now, I'm going to make you a bet. I bet money you would come up with more than 10 people per platform. I bet you would go out there, you would be dragging people off the street if you knew you were getting a $100 bill for every invitation you offered. Why? Because I took the value off the outcome. One of my favorite godmothers of network marketing, Lisa Grossman, said one time, and it really stuck with me, and she said, you have to marry the process and divorce the outcome. So I want you to divorce the outcome today. I want you to marry the process of offering that invitation, of getting really, really good at being told no. I want you to get really, really good at being comfortable, being uncomfortable, and offer the invitation, guys. It's not going to hurt you no matter what the outcome is. And as we heard Brian talk about it, it is a numbers game to some extent. The more people you invite, the better better opportunity you're going to have for people that will say yes, and the better you're going to get at the inviting. So $100 bill. How many people would you go invite today to take a look at your business? Think about that for a second, guys. I bet you it would be a lot more than 40 people. I bet you. Because we put the value where it needs to be, and that is the activity, that is the invitation, and that is getting really, really good at overcoming your own dang self and inviting people to take a look at what you've got. The difference in the 6 other companies that I failed with, and me being, very blessed and very successful with my current company, I kicked fear to the curb because I had to. As Eric told me a long time ago, you had the gift of desperation, and I did. I had the gift of desperation that made me overcome the fear. The desperation was stronger and bigger than the fear. And so today, whatever your goals are, whatever your why is, you have to make that your priority. And there's my timer. So One last quick thing, guys. Go Pro Recruiting Mastery. If you are not already registered, who are you even? If you think this challenge, if you think that this challenge, like how many of you wrote pages of notes? I have pages of notes, pages, and I meet with these people every week in a mastermind group. I still have pages of notes. Like I'm scrambling thinking I got to do this and I got to do that and I got to apply this. Okay, you think this was awesome? GoPro Recruiting Mastery is going to be this on steroids. On steroids. And then we talk about the over $2,000 in value you're going to get. And I bet that goes up. I bet you money they up that ante, and there's more programs available and there's more giveaways. It's going to be ridiculous. So today, and you know, Eric asked Brian, or when they were talking about what would you do if you say you don't have the money? Well, let me just say, if I don't care how broke you are, if somebody walked up to you and said, and I'm talking to the women here, like the women, if somebody walked up to you and said, "Hey, I have a $5,000 Louis Vuitton bag and you can get it for $300 today," let me just say, you would figure out a way to come up with that $300 because you know the freaking value of a Louis Vuitton bag. Guys, this is the kind of value we're looking at. This is what we're looking at right now. How much do you want the success of your business? How much, not just you, but how much do you want the success for your team? It is all hands on deck. You cannot miss out on this. You can bet your butt I will be there with bells on. My squad will be there with bells on. And it's going to be epic. Okay. So, I mean, like, stop what you're doing, click the link and get registered. You will grow your business. Invest in yourself, invest in your business. You go to Target and drop $200 without blinking. Let's be real. Okay. You can figure out a way to make this happen because it will grow your business and it will grow your team and it's going to grow you. It's going to be personal development on steroids too. Have you seen the lineup of speakers so far? And they haven't even finished announcing all of them. Like I'm sweating thinking of all the people that are going to be training me to grow my business. So you have to be there. Eric, all right, I know I went over a few minutes. I'm sorry, but there you go.
It's okay. It's okay. Thank you so much. And I appreciate it. And take everybody watching this, what's the number one takeaway you got from Ann's presentation? Put that into the comments, write it down for yourself and everybody else. Also, while you're doing that, I got to tell you something. We've given you a lot of information over the course of these 7 days, and you can tend to sometimes feel overwhelmed.
Yep.
Like you have so many notes, too many things, too many choices, too many options. You don't know what to do first. Just breathe. Just take a deep breath, breathe, shake it out, and just understand that progress is perfection. Find a little thing that you can do each day, a little thing that'll move you forward. You've got all of these notes. Just understand, even though we're giving you decades worth of information, you don't have to implement everything in the first 5 minutes. If you're feeling overwhelmed, just breathe. Pick one thing, start implementing that one thing, then go back to your notes, find the next thing, implement that thing, then go back to your notes, find the next thing. Okay, so that's the first. Second, I have 2 challenges before I tell you about day 6 and day 7, and it's unbelievable. I have 2 challenges for you. Challenge number 1 is make sure you have a ticket, virtualgopro.com. Go to that link right now and click on the link, get yourself a ticket, get all those bonuses, take a step forward for yourself. Second challenge is a comfort challenge. We've been talking this whole time to get out of your comfort zone, to be willing to put yourself out there, to be willing to do something you're not willing, you haven't been willing to do before, to just experience discomfort and be okay with it. Experience it in your body and be okay with it. So many of you got a little bit uncomfortable by posting your story into the page, and that was amazing. Thank you for doing that. It was epic. This one is a little bit more aggressive, okay? So I need someone to help you with this, but here's the challenge. I want you in a public place to, without explanation, lay on the floor and do a snow angel. No matter what anybody says, I want you to go in the middle of a Starbucks. Don't explain that you have a challenge in front of the world. I want you to lay on the floor and do a snow angel. And then stand back up and then order your coffee or whatever it happens to be. Don't explain it. Don't say it was a challenge. Don't say anything. It has to be in front of people. Other people have to see it. I just want you to do it and be okay with it. Okay? Wherever it is, going to a restaurant, going any place, out on the street, wherever, if you got your mask on, whatever it happens to be, doesn't matter. Even if you're in lockdown, whatever, there's other people walking around on the street. You'll go out on the street in front of in full view of them, lay down and do a snow angel, and then come back into the house. Okay? So that is your challenge, is the snow angel challenge. And here's why you need a friend. Take a picture of it. Take a picture of or a video of you doing it and post that into the challenge page. Take a picture of you doing your snow angel, put it into the challenge page for the whole world. Even all you $1 million earners, find somebody you can get in front of and take that challenge. So number one, make sure you got your GoPro ticket if you haven't already done it. Number two, have somebody record you in a public place doing the snow angel challenge. Okay? That's number one and number two. Now, let me tell you about day 6 and day 7 before we wrap up, and we'll go backstage. Tomorrow, we have Jordan Adler, Beach Money author, Ricky and Francoise Untermeyer, incredible recruiters. And we also have Trent Shelton and Les Brown, all 4 tomorrow. It's going to be unbelievable. And I got to tell you about day 7, okay? Day 7 is going to be something, because we're going to go, we're kind of like turning it into a big one-day event. So even if you have teams that didn't participate in the first 6 days, make sure that they participate in day 7, because we're going to have Pete Vargas. We're going to have Pat Quinn helping you teach your story. We've got John Maxwell on leadership. We have Grant Cardone. We have Mr. Sylvester Stallone on day 7. I've got some other surprises on top of the top recruiters in the world, some more people coming. We're going to have some others come back and say hello again and offer you some other things. So it starts at the same time, but it's just going to go longer. Tune in for that. It's just going to be amazing, off the chain, unbelievable, spectacular. Okay. So get your virtual GoPro ticket, do your Snow Angel challenge, and we'll see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock with Trent and Les and Jordan and Ricky and Francoise. It's going to be awesome. So talk to you then. We'll go backstage now. Take care, everybody.